Yes, hello our friends. This is Kezala Eric Damba. Uh, Thank you very much for all of you that are doing quite a lot of things. I know you're really putting up a lot of work, a lot of effort. You know, we get so many people calling us, sending us messages. We are doing this. Thank you for what you're doing for us. Thank you for advising us. This is what you have put up. This is what we are planning to put up. And so I felt like it would have been, oh, it is good for us to actually to do this kind of feedback, and also to maybe to harmonize it a little bit and to be nearer to you. So that is the purpose why we are doing this Facebook live stream, um, because we usually get so many calls which are really long, and it's about 30 minutes, an hour. And so I thought it would be actually very wise for me to just put up this video for you guys, and hope you learn a few things here and there. And the main thing, or the first thing that I wanted us to look at today, is farm planning, because 99% of the inboxes and calls that we get, actually they are talking about what should I do when I want to start up a farm, or what advice do you give me because I want to get into agriculture. And based from our experience, the first thing that actually you need to plan for your farm is to know the boundaries. Yeah, it sounds obvious, but you need to know the boundaries. Why? The total acreage that you have will actually determine on how many things that you're going to put up, first of all, and also how many human sources that you need. I mean, how many people, how much capital, which structures will you put up, that's the first thing you need to know, that how big is my farm, that even when we are going to plan it, we usually base on the acreage to determine the service, or to determine the charge that we're actually going to work for. The first thing, after you've known your land, the boundaries, the border points, the first thing that we shall actually do is to do a preliminary survey. Yeah, we are not certified surveyors, so we don't really do the surveyor's report, but we always take coordinates of the farm, all the border points, how it goes. This one crosses this side, this one is maybe is a valley, this one is rocky, the water point is, all that is done in the preliminary survey that we do. And then from there, when you start engaging us, the first thing that we have to look at is zoning. Yeah, that okay, I have 30 acres, but half of the land I want it to grow maybe fodder, I want it to grow crops, I want it to grow food for my animals, and then the other part I want it for the animal structures, and then the other part I want it for maybe my workers, or my own house where I can stay. Yes, and so that is what we do in the zoning. And then we also do for you a structures plan. Structures, which structures should you put up? It is funny, but one of the most important, in fact, probably the most important in a day, is the washrooms. And most people won't plan for these, but these are structures which you actually need to think of. I always tell the clients that we get that the first structure to go on the site is a washroom. And then from a washroom, then you go to a store. From a store, then you'll have to get the workers' houses, And then from the workers' houses, that's when you can have the animal structures, or the different water sources. For example, a pump house, very important structure, that one, because you need a lot of water every day, every time, And so we put all those structures for you in plan, and then we phase them. Yeah, because definitely you may not have 100% of all the people that we have worked with don't have all this money. Sometimes it's a billion shillings, sometimes it is 50 millions, other people maybe 20, depending. But people don't always have it handy, And so we have to face them. And one of the most polite yet difficult questions for our clients to answer is, how much of the capital do you have? When we know the capital that you have, then we can actually plan for it and we phase for it. So we do this phasing that, okay, according to the money that you have, let's start with this structure. It will be this cheap, but it will help us to make the money that can actually build the rest of the structure. So that's the phasing plan. Then we also put for you an energy management scheme, whereby we shall tell you how much of the electricity you need, how much of the power, how much of, different sources, Then we also have for you these 3Ds, yeah? That's probably the most exciting. Whenever I reach at the level of the 3Ds, that is when even people start pulling up all the other references that they have. I have an uncle who has to do this, I have a cousin. And yeah, we thank God for this kind of work, because we are into this work not mainly for profit, but also to benefit you, the farmers. You've heard of over 45 billions that have been put to the UDB, Uganda Development Bank. But you cannot access this money unless you have planned for your farm very well. And we put for you different things. Right now, one of the most recent things now that we have is insurance. You need to insure your animals, You need to insure your crops, because this is life. You could lose everything, and we don't want you to lose, a billion shillings. This post-corona time is so crucial for you to save the money that you have, to let the money multiply for you, yeah. And so we are including for you now even the how you shall pay up with, how you shall cope up with insurance. If you need this kind of information about insurance, you can inbox us separately. And then the last but most important thing is how you manage your water, yeah. Water management is a very important part of your farm, very, very important. In fact, we put for you that structure, so that all that layout, all that farm, all that plan, so that when you are maybe not tempted, but when you are enticed to start putting up the water, or you are forced to put up the water lines, yeah, before the structures, because we have put for you the plan, you cannot again break and rebuild, You are safe because we have laid for you where each pipe will pass, where each water source will be. And so these are some of the things which you need, by the way. Even before you put up the animals, before you put up the crops, before you put up all different things, these are the structures that you need, yes. But yeah, besides that, you can inbox us or you can call us, preferably in working hours, because the calls are usually so long for the talk, because we have to go into details. But the most preferable mode of communication is either you send us in fact, the best of them is WhatsApp, yeah. You send us an inbox in WhatsApp, then we can respond to you, because there are so many people getting into farming, and quite the calls become so the traffic is a bit high. But with WhatsApp, it is easier to send a document, reply you, a voice note, or different things. So feel free to WhatsApp, or you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel when we put up new videos. Right now we are doing them in Luganda, because the channel that we are dealing with has a target audience of Baganda for that program. But we shall see how to incorporate the English versions probably of what we have done, or put in subtitles, because we cater for you, all of you, our friends who are in different countries, because we get Kenyans, Tanzanians, people in America, and very many people who want to invest in Uganda, or even abroad, in other countries, because the farm planning can be done across any part of the world that you need. So thank you. This has been our first session. There's definitely a lot of work that we can discuss. Invite your friends to like our page, and invite them to be in the class, because we are going to be sharing a lot using this free avenue of Facebook, which is a bit easier and a little bit convenient during the times when you're not into the field. As you can see, this is not the field in my backyard. But yeah, thank you very much for following our work, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.